Good morning, guys. It is Erin or Gimme Yarn 418. When I say morning, I mean morning. It is 6:30 on Saturday. I don't know my phone. I think it's July 26th. Pretty sure it's the 26th because the Harpoon barbecue cook-off is today, which I'm not going to, but I do know to avoid the area. My lighting is really terrible, but I realized that when I got up with Max this morning so Kristen could sleep in, which I rarely do because if you know anything about me, I'm not a morning person. So what was I saying? Oh, I got up and I realized how quiet it was because Max comes out and then snuggles on the couch for a while, goes outside, does his business, and then goes back to sleep until breakfast time or until the other dogs get up. So I tried to adjust my lighting, but it's not the best. So just bear with me. There are photos of everything if you can't see it on my Ravelry page, and if this is just totally terrible, just tell me this is terrible, take it down. We'll try and be nice, you know? I think sometimes when people comment on videos, they don't realize that you can't, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no way to get across the tone in which you're trying to say something. So if you think you're making a joke, sometimes it sounds like in your head you hear it as ha ha ha. You're saying it in a joking or a sarcastic tone, and when it's typed in black and white on the screen, it's the satire is lost. So don't tell me take your video down, because I probably would curl up in a ball in the corner and cry. No, I wouldn't. Well, I might. Who knows? I will say that I get a lot of thumbs downs on my videos, and I get a lot of negative comments, and they used to destroy me. They still kind of bother me, but not nearly as much as they used to. And when they really bother me, like there's one person who was leaving a lot of negative comments, made a negative comment about Kristen in my video. I just deleted her comment and blocked her from my channel. This is my life. But I don't need that in my life. So, I never intended to talk about that, but anyway. Yes. So, what's been going on? Not a whole heck of a lot, which is so awesome. It's been a quiet week, which I am not complaining about. Kristen's feeling a lot better. She did overdo it a couple days this week, but all in all, I would say she's almost through this episode of this flare-up of the MS. So, knock on wood, things will continue to progress nicely, and once the weather cools off, hopefully, I know the heat can really aggravate it. Oh, my eyes are so itchy, I haven't taken my allergy medicine yet. I've been up since 5. Oh, I thought I just saw a bug in my coffee. Isn't that the worst? Okay, I'm rambling a lot. The other dogs, Kristen's not a dog. The dogs are doing great. Not a whole heck of a lot going on. I did go to my LYS last Saturday, a week ago today. I hadn't been there in forever. And I did buy something that I wasn't intending on buying, but she was having a sale, and the woman who owns it is just a sweetheart, and I only bought one skein of yarn for a project that I started immediately. So, yeah. So should we just get into what's been going on in my knitting world? Like I said, I apologize for the lighting, but it's gonna be what it is today because it's early and it's quiet and I don't have to fight with dogs and I might not have to edit. So we'll start with finished objects. I finished the Simple Skype socks. I knit them out of, what did I knit them out of? Blue Moon Fiber Art Sock Set Rock Lightweight, and it was a mill end. So here they are. There you can see that, oh, the colors aren't too bad. But I'm going to put it closer because I've seen that when I put it closer you can actually see the colors a little better. This is pink, like a pink and a red, so yeah. So those are done. I don't know what number that is for me. I meant to look at my goal list, but I didn't. So my eyes are so itchy. I really should take my allergy medicine. The next thing I finished was a Christmas ornament. I don't know if yeah, I am gonna use it. I have to add a hook. This is bigger than I thought it was gonna be, but I finished this little Christmas ornament. I'm just gonna use a regular wire ornament hook. It's it's supposed to look like a VW bug. They had the lights and the wheels, the tires, and the spare tire crocheted, but it was already big and bulky enough. I'm going to need a really strong branch to hang that on. So there's that. This was a paper pattern on Ravelry. And as always, you can find all links to my patterns on my Ravelry page. The next thing I finished, I don't know how to say this, so you'll have to look. It starts with a CH. It's an owl hat that I knit for, I think I'm going to give it to my niece. It's made out of, I thought we might have a visitor. We have tons of deer, and then we also have a family of fox that are coming out during the day. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't them. And then of course we have like squirrels and chipmunks and woodchucks. Christian hates the woodchucks. Anyway, back to the knitting. This is knit out of Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. Here it is. Oh my gosh, you can't see it at all. Can't see it. Can you see the owl? I think you can kind of see him now. Anyway, it came out really quick. This is the 1 to 3 year size. This video is terrible. Terrible. Anyway, there's a better picture on my Ravelry page. And last but not least, I finished the castle pillow. So scooch this back a little so you can see it. I haven't washed it yet, which I need to do. I'm not thrilled with how the top fits, but I didn't run out of yarn. I had even half a skein left, so here it is. I can't see what I'm showing you, but it's a short sleeve top for the summer. Obviously, I will have to wear a shirt underneath this. I do like how it came out, but it's pretty blousy at the bottom because there's no ribbing at the bottom, but I think that's okay for the summertime. I love the lace at the bottom. I mean, it's lace because there's yarn overs, but I just think it's so pretty. And once I wash that, I will be wearing it. This was knit out of Barocco Weekend. I'm not sure how I feel about the yarn. I'm interested. It's soft. I'm wondering how it's gonna wash up and wear. I think it's gonna wash and feel kind of like your favorite pair of jeans because it's called Weekend, kind of like you're comfortable on the weekends. So that's what I'm hoping. And that's all my finished objects. That's a good amount of finished objects for. One's a sweater. The sweater I knit monogamously on for 2 days to finish it because I really wanted to finish it this week because I wanted to be able to wear it for the rest of the summer. What's next? Oh, works in progress. I'm like, this is what happens to me in the morning time. First I guess I'll show you this. Did a little bit more cross stitch. I don't know if it's much more since I don't think it might be only a few stitches. This is the one I'm working on now. And that will go with the two that I finished. I don't want you to see that yet. I'm in Kirsten's office, so that's where Max likes to lay down. I'm also still working on the peppermint throw that I showed you last week. I'm not going to pull that out because I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it all week, which is okay. Max is on the move. I'm gonna move these things so that you can sit down. Hey buddy, come here. Max, don't shake the table. Maxie, come here. Max, come here. Come on. This one didn't make it onto the list, but I started another one of the hats that I just showed you. And I started this one out of, nope, that's the wrong side. Maybe this won't be a one take. Maybe there will be editing. This is a mess is what it is. Okay. That's just as far as I've gotten. See if you can see the color. There you go. And this is out of Lion Brand Hometown in the Little Rock colorway because I wanted to see if this would be enough to make 60. It's only 64 yards. I wanted to see if it would be enough yarn to make the small size, and I can actually show you the name of the pattern, I think. Oh, this is going to be complicated. So that's the name of the pattern. It is a pay-for pattern on Ravelry. And it's really cute, and it's pretty quick. I did the first one up in 3 or 3.5 hours. It didn't take long at all. Excuse me. Oh, I just remembered something else. That's why this didn't get finished. Another finished object I have, which I'll get in just a second. My final work in progress is also part of stash enhancement, but not really because it's not going into stash. I bought a skein of Malabrigo sock in the lettuce colorway, and I cast it on as soon as I get home. I am knitting this little dress, this fingering weight dress for my niece, and it is so cute, and the yarn is yummy. I'm going to Webb's in October, and I need some more Malabrigo in my life, because this yarn is so, it's as far as the pricier yarns go, the more luxury yarns go, it's more on the reasonable side. I mean, this is 440 yards of a fingering weight, and it was $19 at my LYS. But it just feels amazing. Anyway, you want to see what I'm knitting. You don't want to hear me talk about what it feels like. Well, you might. I don't know. This is the dress. It's called the Clara dress. It's a pay-for pattern. I got the pattern with this too. I don't think I mentioned that. And it is just so cute. And I think the color's coming out almost correct. I am concerned that this won't be enough yarn, and I might have to go back and get another one. So $19, well, it was on sale. There was 15% off the whole store. So $19 for a little girl's dress is reasonable. I think $38 for a little girl's dress, maybe not quite as reasonable, but it's so nice to work with. So it's not something I would do all the time, but hey. Alright, you wait right there. I have to remember to add this to my list, to my notes. I saw yesterday morning this pattern for a knotted braid. Not a knotted braid, a braided ball. And it's a free pattern. And you knit these strips, and then you graft them together. You knit 6 of them for 68 rows in stockinette. Just a lot of stockinette. And then you graft them together, and you make this ball. So my mind started turning, and I said, oh, this would be a good Addy project. So I pulled out the Addy, and I pulled out some scrap, some leftover skeins of the wool from my local farm, because I wanted the counter to work. It was going to be imperative to me to make sure all the strips... I am so sorry, I keep itching my eyes. I really need to take my medication, my Zyrtec. So it was really going to be imperative in this project that all my strips be the exact same size and that I got the counts right. So I wanted to use an organic fiber because the acrylic, I'm not sure if you know this, you probably do if you have an Addy. The acrylic can, it builds up electricity and can shock the counter so that it goes all wonky. Anyway, so I pulled out some scraps and I said, I'm going to try this. So the first challenge was making sure that my strips were the appropriate width, because, let me see if I can show you this without showing you the whole thing. You knit like this, you can't see it, and then you make it into a tube. Anyway, I have the intention of making a video of how I did this. Excuse me. I'm almost out of coffee. So we'll see if that happens. My first strips I did for 100 rows, and I found out that my magic number in width was 14 stitches. So this was my first attempt, and you can't see it. There you go. And while this is great, it's not what I wanted. I didn't want it wholly, I wanted it tighter. So I decided I would go down to what the pattern called for, which was 68 rows. And this was my second attempt. And better, huh? I really like this one. I love the colors together. But I still wanted it so that it wouldn't squish up as much. I wanted it tighter. So I went down to 50 rows at Kristen's suggestion, and I came up with this one. And this is just about perfect. I stuffed inside, it's really tight, but I stuffed inside, you can't see it, some leftovers of this yarn just to make it a little bit more firm, because my intention was for this to be a dog toy. Well, my intentions didn't work because Max grabbed it and pulled. It was pulling it across the room. So I'm thinking I'm going to take this, or maybe I'll take this one because it's not quite right. And I'm going to throw it in the washer on hot for several cycles, and then I'm going to throw it in the dryer and try and felt it up a little bit and see if this shrinks. I've never felted with this yarn. It's not a single ply, so I don't know if it will. But if it does, that would make this so that the dogs couldn't pull it apart, but it would still be really neat. And they have some, I made some wool dryer balls that didn't really do what they were supposed to, in my opinion. They didn't cut down on the drying time or static or anything like that. So I gave them to the dogs and they love them. So they love the sheepy smell. And it keeps them out of my yarn. So that's my other finished object. Let's put those up there. So what will I be doing next? I need to knit Max's stocking for Christmas during the knit along. I'm going to be knitting another shawl, and I will be starting these socks very soon. I'm waiting for needles to come in the mail. I had to order another set of size 1 Hiya Sharps. Not because they broke, I just needed them. Max, what do you have? He's chewing. I did purchase a few things this week. I swung into Joann's because I need to make some pillows for Kristen's folks for their dogs. And I picked up this fabric. This is actually a shirting flannel that I'm going to use, and it's nice and soft. It's so soft. So I got 3 yards of that. And while I was there, I looked at the remnants, because remnants are so cheap. And I got this remnant, which is a good size, and a fun print. And oh my gosh, this is darling. This is so cute. I don't even like birds, but apparently I do. How cute is that? So cute. So cute. And these are all good size remnants. I just got this light blue gingham. Ah, here comes Max. I got, this one cracks me up. I think it's adorable. Little racing dogs. I don't know if they're dogs or bunnies. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. Not racing. They're driving, and I guess they could be racing. Oh, Max just found the balls. Hey, buddy, you want to say hi? Say hello. There was this whale fabric. I thought that was cute. And this one I didn't know what it looked like before I opened it up. But there was also this one, which Max likes. He wants to eat it. So I picked up those really inexpensively. 2 other things I got was I got a pair of Haya sharp needles in a size 3 or 3.25. I need them for the dress. And I also, hi honey. I also got a smaller Q-snap frame. Okay, gotta move those. Oh, not yet, buddy. So I got another Q-snap frame because I found it made a lot of difference on the other one, the larger fabric, and a lot of my kits are just smaller. Max, what are you doing? Hey, Max. What are you doing? Maxie? Okay, he's gonna stay up there, I guess. I also ordered, as I mentioned before, a size 1 Haya sharp, but I had to get it from a different company. I usually get them from Miss Babs on eBay, and she's super fast in her shipping, but I had to order them from somebody else, so hopefully those will be here next week. That's about it. I wanted to tell you about this great website. It's called Blitsy. You may or may not have heard of it. I'm going to put a link in the description below. And it's kind of like a Zulily for crafts. And they offer things at a discounted price for a limited time. And when it's sold out, it's gone. And sometimes the prices are and sometimes the prices are really good. I've ordered from them twice, and I got a rotary cutter. Not a 45. A smaller rotary cutter for curves, and I've gotten some beads from them, and I've gotten some rotary cutter blades from them, and just, in my opinion, they're pretty good prices. When you find a good deal, it's a good deal. When you don't, it's not that great. So if you're interested, take a look in the description below, click on that link, and check it out. If you sign up for an account through my link, I receive a credit, and you may receive a credit or a discount too. So check that out. The only other thing is the knit and crochet along. We have the Christmas in July and August knit along going on. I wanted to clarify that the knit along is for Christmas themed items. There has been a post in the finished objects thread that somebody made for a gift, and I will count that one, but as of now I am not counting any more projects that are for gifts. unless it's a Christmas themed gift. If you knit or crochet someone an ornament, if you knit or crochet someone a Santa hat, if you knit or crochet someone a Christmas themed, a holiday themed blanket, something like that, a stocking. They have to be Christmas items. I hate to be a stickler, but those are the rules. They have been the rules from the beginning. Tag your projects, your finished objects on Ravelry with XMAS TGIF, Xmas TGIF, and so far I have some great prizes lined up. I have a pattern from 24 Karat Crochet, and Bobby of the, I think it's the Inspired Knitting podcast, is sending us some yarn for a prize, and I of course will be adding a prize to that, so there's going to be a good amount of prizes, so hopefully lots of people will enter. And I think that's all I have for this week. Oh, we're growing on Ravelry too, so make sure you go over and check us out on the Ravelry page. We do the Whip It Out Wednesday. There's a Thank God It's Finished thread for projects that you're proud of, you're glad are finished, things like that. So that's all I have. I hope you're all doing well. Again, I apologize for the lighting, but it is what it is. It's now about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I will talk to you all later. Have a great week. Bye.